funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
My big homie Coop, what it do? Shamar, what up, what up, what up? Benjamin, what's up? Boxer, Yover, born to lose, built to last. K-Dub, Mr. Nathan, Antonio, hey, MMA, what it do, what it do? Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. And happy, hopefully you guys had a wonderful weekend, man. Yeah, it was pretty mild and mannered. I had a chance to go see LaRussell today. If you follow me on Instagram, you know he's definitely one of my, what's up, main event? You know he's one of my favorite rappers, and not only because he's a great writer, but he's doing it independently. You know what I mean? So it hits different when you can turn to the right, turn to the left, and you see a gentleman that's betting on himself. So it's a beautiful thing, man. And yeah, he's dope live, a lot of energy. The whole crowd knows all his songs. You know, it's kind of like an R. Kelly concert. R. Kelly can literally just put the phone down and just DJ Selecta, play that song. You know, I've seen R. Kelly years back, And Kanye West is like that too. Just go out there, the whole crowd knows every damn lyric. You know, Drake is like that too. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. And so it was awesome, man. If you guys don't know who a Russell is, you guys should follow him on Instagram. I damn near post him a couple of times a week just because his lyrics hit me, you know, and I had a chance to check him out. Dre's parents' 45th anniversary is today, and it's just a beautiful thing. God bless them. That's why the show was at 8:30 instead of 7:30. Yeah, man, just a beautiful thing. Yeah, they raised a beautiful daughter and daughters, you know. Oh, Gucci's like that too. I ain't never been to a Gucci concert. I ain't going nowhere where you got to go through 3 metal detectors, man. I'm definitely not doing that shit. It's almost like a Tank Davis fight. Shit, you know what I mean? Shit. Oh, man, all the pro-black motherfuckers like, Fred, that's me, man. You so disrespectful. You a coon. Well, I mean, shit. I heard gunshots. Anyhow, oh man, oh that dude, did y'all see that church get robbed at gunpoint? That hip hop preacher get robbed at gunpoint? You know, I'll be honest. I wanted to go to New York this summer. I wanted to go while Dre and them were in Hawaii. This is the first year, and God knows how long, that I haven't been to New York. And this would be the first year in a long time where I haven't gone to Malcolm X's grave. Oh, man, this is the first year. Really the first year, and God knows how long. And the reason why is because Harlem is unsafe. Remember the basketball player that got murdered on 156 and Amsterdam Avenue or something like that? That's kind of in my wheelhouse, where I spend a lot of my time at. Not that I'm out that late, but that's kind of in my wheelhouse, you know. And I say, you know what? It's not a good time to go to New York. I'm gonna bypass this year, you know. So I chose not to go to New York this summer because of the crime. You know, it just seems like it just seemed like it's just stay active. They injured. You sign, yes, you guarantee. Oh, really? Signed with 3 fights a year? I didn't know that. Appreciate you, DJ. Hopefully you're doing well, man. It's great to see you and Kyle doing great. It's awesome to see you and Kyle doing great. Yeah, crime is just out of hand, man. People literally walked into a church, and I'm gonna tell you why they walked into the church. Because it's 70% women, and there's strict gun laws in New York, LA, Chicago. They knew nobody was in that church had a gun. Yeah. Yeah. And we get manipulated all the time by one crime, an isolated crime. I don't want to say isolated. I don't know the frequencies of it, but when something bad happens, we got to control guns. I guarantee you, if that ain't happening in Texas, I can guarantee you that. It ain't happening in Wyoming. It ain't happening in none of these red states. Nah. You'll never see 4 black men. No, fuck 4 black men. You'll never see 4 men going into the church trying to rob a church. You'll never see them going into any type of an establishment like that, because they know somebody got a gun, you know? And the fact that people are so brazen now to go into a church, schools and church is supposed to be the safest places in our community. So now if the church and the school ain't safe, that means that community ain't shit. And if the pastor is black, by just me having great inference skills, if the pastor is black, the parishioners are mostly black. If the pastor is white, the parishioners are mostly white. That's basically how I envision it. If I'm wrong, correct me in the chat. And that community ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If I ain't never seen nothing like that before. I'll be honest. Stop being scary. No, I'm being smart. You call me scary all you want. I'm good. I'm good. You know, I'm alive and well and doing the show right now. Scary is a compliment at 44, man. Let me tell you that. This ain't high school, man. You scary. I sure am. I'm going home. I'm gonna make it home. Shit. Fuck that tough guy shit. You scary, nigga. I am. Hell yeah. I'm super scary. I'm going home. I'm going home to be with my family. I don't want to go to the Lord. Nah, you want to go to the Lord's house. I want to go to my house. Hey, that won't happen in Texas though. I don't care how you dress it up. It ain't happening in Texas. And I'm willing to bet crime is much lower per capita in Dallas than it is in LA. I'm willing to bet you Houston is less crime than it is in New York. What's another third city? I'm willing to bet per capita. I'm willing to bet. It's not even a close comparison. Shall we say violent crimes? I don't want to just say shooting. Violent crimes. I'm willing to bet it's worse. Oh man. So I mean, hey, enjoy being around your people. I don't understand your people. Your people are criminals. I don't know what your people is. Your people may not be my people. You know what I mean? I want to be safe. So, and you go ahead and enjoy and call in if you want to respond. I don't feel like going back and forth with a person that's not gonna beam in. But Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, y'all. Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya are using this for power and fame. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about this fight, man. This fight is nowhere near happening. It is impossible that this fight is happening. Do you guys hear that wind? Because I got this fan on. And this fight will never happen. It's all for cap. Floyd Mayweather wants to reestablish himself. Oscar De La Hoya wants to reestablish himself. And there's nothing more that Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather love doing is competing against one another and verbally attacking each other. It's very obvious. You know what I mean? And I think it's just no, I haven't heard what Tank said about Floyd. But I think it's very, very important that we understand that we're just being used. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing happening. This fight will never happen. Not now. I shouldn't say wrong word, not never, but it's not happening. Floyd is basically talking to Tank as if he owns him. Oscar is talking about Ryan as if he owns him. And they enjoy that. They literally enjoy it. And it's all a fraud, man. You know, and I'm just here to tell y'all. When they said 90 days, shit can't happen in 90 days, man. And media ran with that shit. It ain't happening. The fight is impossible. The fight can happen this year. Oh, he did. Shout out to Blue Blood then. It's impossible that it happens. So Tank is gonna go fight that Mikhail Fox guy. And I'm not Mikhail Fox. Next week is the anniversary of Mikhail Fox, 1 year anniversary. He got robbed. he won that fight 10 rounds to 2 with a knockdown. Y'all remember that shit? Yeah. Nobody want to speak on that, you know. But I'm probably the only one that still mentions that man's name. You know what I mean? Man was robbed as clear blue sky, man. You know what I mean? And it's just awful. But you know what black people will do? They'll mention Oscar Valdez for sure. He cheated. PED user. Because it fits the narrative. You know what I mean? It's safe to blame a non-black person. And so I think we're being used. I think we're being had. I think we're being hoodwinked. I think we're being bamboozled. And Leonard LB will keep on buying those blazers. You know what I mean? With the pink blazers with the purple flowers, and he will keep on dyeing his skinny mustache, and he's going to keep on calling out Eddie Hearn. This keeps them in power. Floyd and Oscar is not willing to put it all on the line. Nah, no way, no how. Nah, they gotta wait for Canelo to be done. You know what I mean? It has to be like a transition. They will not compete with Canelo for that fan base. They won't do it. It's impossible. So all this talk is just cap. There's some anger. I sense, skinny mustache, yeah. I sense that there's some type of frustration with Floyd because Oscar made him take the 30%. What else? Yeah, man. I said that the other day, Tavion. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I said when Floyd started saying, go back last week or 2 weeks ago, I said that when Floyd started saying Al and I are one, so whether it's a TMT thing, I'm still involved. I said Tank might just be signed with PBC and not Al. So we got to wait and see. And if Tank is just signed with Al, he needs to go inquire about these other promoters, because if PBC can't make Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, they damn sure can't make Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to pay them as much, if not more. You know, because I'm not saying there's more money into that fight, but there's something there. And Tavion, you got to send me that. I haven't seen it. You got to email it to me or text it to the number in the chat. Yeah, if you guys want to beam in, you guys are more than welcome to beam in. But they're just simply conning us, man. Simply conning us, man. They're using us, and we falling for it every time. And it's a great conversation piece if you just want to bullshit. But in terms of putting eggs in a basket, nah, ain't happening. And I am glad piracy, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't give a fuck who it affects. Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, Al Heyman. I'm glad piracy is taking over. You know why I'm glad piracy is taking over? Because boxing is not consistently delivering. If boxing consistently delivered, I wouldn't mind paying. But I'm not paying for Andy Luis Ortiz. No, man. For what? I'm not paying for that fight. Nah. Fred ain't doing that. That fight is not a pay-per-view fight. That's not even a great HBO fight. That's a good HBO fight. You know, I'm glad these young millennials and old men like me are streaming. You know, I don't have ESPN Plus. You know what I mean? For those of you who say Bob Arum is my daddy, that's cool. He can be my daddy, but he ain't getting none of my money. I ain't got ESPN Plus. Nah, Fred don't have it. Nuh-uh. I ain't doing it. You know what I mean? So, but I don't really care at this point. Be honest with you, it's not really something. It's not a fight I want to fight. But as it stands right now, because the people ain't gonna come with it. But keep on streaming these fights. Keep on streaming these fights and make these promoters and pay. Put up the money and pay these fighters. You know what I mean? Make them, force them to. Everybody should hold out. All the boxing should hold out. Nah, we ain't fighting. You got to pay us. But I don't think we that bold. You know what I mean? I don't think we bold. Yeah. And technology should be whooping pay-per-view ass. All right, let's go through the last 4 pay-per-views. Let's go backwards. Canelo Bivol. That's not a pay-per-view fight. Canelo Bivol was not the first. Tank Davis, Rolly Romero. It's not even close. Man, that's not even, man, I ain't gonna lie. That's a tune-up fight. That's a tune-up fight for a world champion that's about to fight a big fight. But it's not, who cares what it is? It's not a pay-per-view fight. You can call it what you want. You may thought Rolly had a chance. It's not a pay-per-view fight. 100%, that's not a pay-per-view fight. I got Vernon Forrest versus Shane Mosley for free. For free. I got Costa Zoo, Zab Judah for free. Yeah, for free. You know what I mean? So, and then we go to Canelo Bivol. That's not a pay-per-view fight. I'm sorry. That's not pay-per-view. I'm sorry. It's a good fight. It's a competitive fight, but it's not pay-per-view. And what's the pay-per-view fight before that one? Earl Ugas. Ugas had a belt. And you might be able to. That one is like right there. Because Ugas just beat Pacquiao. You don't know the response from Manny Pacquiao. How many people are going to go follow Ugas? It's borderline. It's borderline. It's like right there. You know what I mean? Right there. So I think you can argue either way. In 2022, Canelo and Triple G is definitely not pay-per-view. 2000 and whatever year they fought was definitely pay-per-view. And I don't know the one before it. Oh, hell no. The midget Tyson versus Tank, definitely not pay-per-view, man. What it do, man? What it do?
What up, Fred? Could you hear me? How's my audio?
Can we hear you? Come on, man.
Okay. Hey, Fred, It's Haney time. Haney. Devin Haney, the undisputed champion, the youngest undisputed champion in the history of boxing. Nigga, we got all the belts. I remember when Deontay Wilder was saying one face, one champion, one name. He was talking about being undisputed. And Devin Haney, he did it. He did what Deontay Wilder was trying to do. And shout out to Deontay Wilder, a true warrior. You know, much respect to him. I can't wait to see Wilder back in the ring. Fred, what you think about Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz? If Andy Ruiz can beat Luis Ortiz.
Oh,
Two former champions. Two former heavyweight champions.
I'll be honest.
Andy Ruiz. Fred, Andy Ruiz, the destroyer. Former unified heavyweight champion of the world against Deontay Wilder, the WBC longest reigning champion in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a banger. What about you?
Oh, it'll be a good fight. Like I told you guys, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'll be watching Wilder with one eye open, you know, like watching it like, man, you know, because he's accomplished everything. He's accomplished. What haven't Deontay Wilder accomplished? 10 title defenses. He fought the best fighter in the world 3 consecutive times, defended his belt 10 times, made, astronomical money. He's 36, 37 years old. That may be prime for a heavyweight. But I want to see where he's at. I genuinely want to see where he's at. And,
do you think he still got it? Does Wilder still got it?
He physically still has it. I would agree. I would agree he physically still has it. He looks in
I don't know. You got to think about it. Like you kind of shaky on it against Andy Ruiz. You don't think Wilder could beat Ruiz?
No, just against anybody. Just against anybody. Like
we talking Andy though, former unified heavyweight champion, Fred.
It's like me. I use me for an example. Maybe it makes sense. Like when I bought this estate, I gained 9 pounds. I got comfortable. I got comfortable. I was in the, even though I had to move a lot and do other things and paint and do a whole bunch of other things, before the move, I was accountable, and I got complacent, and life is good. Life is beautiful. And it may be the same for Wilder, and he's finally had a chance to sit back and enjoy his family and not think about an opponent and spend time with his wife, his 8-9 kids, and a big old estate and travel and see the world. And sometimes you can fall in love with that. He said he makes more money outside the ring than he does inside the ring. I mean, I think he's extremely comfortable and happy. Like, I don't see Wilder like doing interviews, like chasing a fight. Every time I see him, he's in a different city. He got like a retirement thing going with the statue. Wilder's giving me everything I needed from an athlete, man. Like, I'm a Wilder.
Hey, Fred, man. Hey, cut to the chase, Fred. So you want this nigga to retire? Is that what you telling me?
No,
that's what it sounds like. You talking about retirement? He gave you everything you wanted as a fan and all of that. Nigga, I want to see this nigga whoop some ass. I want to see him knock out Andy Ruiz, Fred.
Sure.
And Frank, wait. And Frank Sanchez called out Wilder too. Now he got fighters calling him out.
Yeah,
so he got an answer, bro. He said he was coming back on Blue Blood channel. And shout outs to Big Blue, the best in the business. But Fred, man, he said he was coming back. You got Frank Sanchez, the Cuban sensation, on his ass. Frank Sanchez, he said he would do Deontay Wilder the same way he did F.A. Ajagba. He said Wilder and Ajagba is the same way. It's a lot of smoke out here.
He said that. Yeah. Nah, man, because if I never move into another house, my kids will be happy, right? So although I'm going to buy another house, right, on a beach somewhere, this is good enough for my 2 children. I mean, for Lincoln and Kennedy. So that doesn't mean that I'm just moving at my own pace. Whatever, Wilder can move at his own pace now. Like he's not starving for a check. He don't have to call out no fighters. If he puts on gloves, he's gonna make a handful of millions. So like,
yeah, but Fred, he said he was coming back. He got people calling him out. Even Derek Chisora called him out after Derek Chisora beat up Pulev. So he got a bunch of fighters saying his name. He said he was coming back to the sport. I think a great fight is with Andy Ruiz. They are both with Al Heyman. They both with the PBC. I like that fight. Do you think Ruiz can beat Ortiz real quick? Let me ask you that.
Ruiz can beat, he could beat Ortiz.
So you got Andy Ruiz over Luis Ortiz in that one?
No, I don't. I said you asked me, can he beat him?
Well, so who you pick? Now, that's what I'm trying to ask.
I haven't thought about it yet. Andy Ruiz got dropped by
Areola, and Anthony Joshua dropped him.
Yeah. If I'm a betting man today, I said today, I would go with Luis Ortiz.
Ooh, let's go, Fred. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would pick Luis Ortiz. I think Luis Ortiz is more seasoned. I think Andy Ruiz done bought too many Rolls Royces. See, Andy Ruiz done bought too many Rolls Royces, too many tattoos, got a new gym, then changed trainers 3 times. This is 3rd training, 3 fights.
Facts, Fred. You're right about that. He was with Manny Robles first, then he went to Reynoso. He went to somebody else. So He's going from gym to gym now.
Yeah, he's hiding his lack of discipline. That's what he's doing. You know, like when you changing a lot of trainers, that means you're hiding something from within. Because 3 trainers can't be wrong. Not at this level.
There you go, Fred. Put him on that hot seat, Fred. You know, shots fired.
Oh, it's not shots fired. I'm just speaking the truth. Like it's on you.
Man, that's why I miss when you used to go to these damn fights and ask those tough ass questions, man. You was the only motherfucker going over there asking the right questions, man. Out of everybody. You know, what's up with Steven Espinoza, man? Adrian Broner, he went on up. Man, he roasted Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman in Showtime. You know, Adrian Broner was one of the first stars that came out the PBC. One of the biggest names.
He was on the first card on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I remember that. He was.
It was a snoozer, but it was the first card. He fought John Molina.
John Molina?
Yeah. And Keith Thurman.
So, Fred, what you thought about Broner taking shots at Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman?
What I love it. I'm loving it. Like my McDonald's slogan. Nah, KB, we ain't talked about it yet. I love it. I'm happy. I'm happy that some fighter is going to speak out about it, and I don't think Adrian Broner's done talking about it. I think that fighters need to start talking, because fighters are lying when they saying Al Heyman is paying them and they only fighting once a year. I mean, the writing is Ortiz is way over 43. But if they're not making Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, that means PBC fighters' checks are not as good as people say they are. Do you understand that?
Yes, I got you, Fred. You preaching right now, man.
Yeah. So, and it's just a common sense factor. It's nothing that Fred spoke to anybody. I have common sense. If your mom bought you 3 pairs of shoes for Christmas in 2019, and she buys you 1 pair of shoes in 2022, you know, money's different. You know, and that's just the reality of it. We see it, but we just don't want to speak on it, you know, as a whole. But if Devin Haney comes back in October, Bob has brought him back in 4 months.
Facts.
You know,
you're right about that.
That's really impressive. You know, Shakur is coming back in 5 months. You know, so it's very apparent that Al Heyman quite possibly bit off more than he can chew in his boxing game. You know, and he overspent. He didn't have a plan. You know, he didn't have a concrete plan. And when you read the court documents, you can see, because the plan was to make a UFC tournament, like 8 versus 9, like 1 versus 10. It was supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like a league, a schedule, whatever it is, a season. And they didn't get back to it. But when they wanted to get back to it, they didn't have enough money to complete it. And now everybody got these guarantees in their contracts, and it's nothing no one can do. So now everyone just got their hands on their laps, like they're in church, just waiting for the organ to start playing. You know what I mean? So it's funny business. But I told you guys the truth. Bob Arum has infrastructure. And you can't compete against infrastructure. You can't, you know. It's like my kids aren't home, right? I guarantee you when they come home, they're going to come running in here. It's structure. It's just structure. It has nothing to do with I'm all big and mighty and I'm better than anybody, but it's just a structure. My kids will not go to bed without saying goodnight to me. That's just it, you know. And I think Bob Arum's structure, his infrastructure is
You think it's better?
It's better. It's the best. His infrastructure is the best. He has a person. He has a contact person for everybody. You've never heard anybody at what's that place called, Matchroom or PBC say, well, talk to that division. You'll always hear Bob say, I don't have the date yet, but you got to contact. Call them already, or you got to contact so and so. You understand what I'm saying? So I think like that's the reality of this thing, you know. And you also got to understand this. Bob and because I have common sense, I get it, right? I don't really. I'm emotional to run a show. Like I be high strung to run this show, but in my mind, I'm very pragmatic. Bob Arum chased Tyson Fury to get the Wilder fight because he knew it was profitable. You know why he knew it was profitable? Because he had an insider at the cable division that told him how many pay-per-views Wilder Tyson Fury did for the first fight. So you know what he wanted to get in on the second fight because it was profitable, right? So he made a deal with Tyson Fury, and he obviously did what he did to get the Wilder fight again, right? Now, fast forward to 21 and 22. Canelo is a free agent, and Terrence Crawford is a free agent. Bob didn't chase not one of them. The reason why I believe Bob didn't chase not one of them, because it's not an absorbent black in the gross. Black is the profit. It's not a great percentage of black in the gross in the gross profits because Bob isn't chasing it. But Bob chased Tyson Fury, but didn't chase Canelo nor Terrence Crawford. That speaks volumes of where the pay-per-view market is. I did hear the interview earlier today. Shout out to Fight Hype. I did hear that. And I think it's just incredibly important that we understand where we're at. And these networks are going to have to start putting up the money and not the fans. And I think Showtime can't afford that fight. They have someone Google how many subscribers they have. An absorbent amount of subscribers for like $9.99. They can take a total budget. They done made a lot of money off of that series that retired. They're making money off of The Shy. They're making money off of that sci-fi thing that had their own city. What's the name of that one? H. It was real popular. Oh, H done ran to the bathroom on me. But I think it's, what was the name of that series that ended like just before COVID? And it was real. I mean, it was so popular. I never seen an episode of it, but it was dumb popular. It was like a sci-fi series in like a country in Europe. They did a city in there. What's the name of it? Anyways, y'all put it in the chat. But it was H. What was the name of that show on Showtime that was super popular? That sci-fi.
Ray Donovan?
No, it was
like a family show or some shit.
No, like sci-fi. It was running with Ray Donovan. It was on the same time.
With The Walking Dead or some shit.
Yeah, but they used to kill people. It was like it looked like a. They had a king, they had a queen, and
the Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah, Game of Thrones. That shit looked real popular, right? Was it? It was real. You watched it, right?
No, I never watched it, but I heard it was very popular though. Big ass show.
Yeah, so they have the money, man, and they got CBS and all that. So the CBS is all every year. CBS is that was HBO. My bad. That's how much I know. But CBS is always the number one profited show. I mean, the number one profited channel. Thank you, dog. I appreciate y'all correcting me. It's always the number one network every year. CBS, always, never fails. I'm talking about like free TV. So,
hey, Fred. So, what do you think about Steven Espinoza?
I think he stole my movie. I think he's a piece of shit. I think him, Mark Jackson, Mark Jackson, Kenny Smith, and Kevin Durant are pieces of shit because they stole my movie. I pitched it to Steven Espinoza about 6-7 years ago. I pitched it to Mark Jackson at the Drew League for about 20 minutes. And this Friday, the movie comes out. So I don't fuck with him. I every chance I get, I'm gonna talk bad about him. Matter of fact, I'm about to use my Instagram to talk bad about him, man. So
damn, man, I wish you could pull up on these guys. Ask these, you know what I mean?
I am at some point, and it's no rush to
get. But you can't. They won't let you at those fights no more, huh?
How they can't let me?
I don't know. Them niggas scared. They see you. They gonna get them out of here or some shit.
How they can't? I paid my ticket. How they gonna?
Okay. I'm just checking.
Go to a fight. I go to a fight. You know what I mean? So
because you are a threat. You know what I mean? You are a threat to Steven Espinoza, Showtime, all of that shit. Yeah. Al Heyman, PBC. They know you. It's not like you don't know them. They know you real good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I am gonna sue him, but it's no rush to sue him. I'm not in a rush. I'm happy right now. I'm not in a rush to do that. I got it. Statute of limitations is so far from now. It's not a rush. I can do it in 2 years. I can do it in 3 years. It's not a big deal. Okay. But I'm happy right now. You know, when you got peace H money and you just smile and you just smile for no reason.
That's feeling good, man.
Yeah, I so Dre's happy, kids are happy, it is what
hey, Fred, all you gotta say is Alhamdulillah. All praise due to Allah, man, because you blessed by the best. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And hey, Fred, now I want to tell you about Kevin Cunningham. He got a new podcast every Sunday. You watched it?
I heard you call in.
Yeah. Hey, Fred, turn him up, man. We got to bring him to the show, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he can let the people know about his show on every Sunday. Yeah. So you can share his video, Fred. Post it, tell people to subscribe to him. Turn him up, Fred.
I will. I promise.
For sure, Fred. But yeah, man. And I see you talking about Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I think Devin Haney's the number one lightweight in boxing. I think, Devin Haney is the guy in the lightweight division. He's the one with all the belts. He's the one that wants to be the best, that trains the hardest. Right. He never cheat the sport of boxing. Never. He's the undisputed champion. Ryan Garcia, he hasn't put in any work in the sport of boxing. Mm-hmm. He disrespected the belts, saying the belts don't matter. There's a lot of people that's fucking up the sport of boxing. And I feel like Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they are good for the sport, making the sport great again. Fred, restoring that feeling of, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, and the great champions of the past. I love what Devin Haney is doing. I like Tank Davis too. I like Tank, but Tank, he doesn't seem like he wants to be the best. I think Tank, Tank.
That's a good point.
Say it again.
That's a good point. I don't know if Tank wants to be the best. You're right.
I don't think he wants to be the best.
That's a good point.
He never said that he wanted to be the best, and by his actions, he's not calling for the big fights. He's not. He said he wanted to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney responded, said, "I will fight you," and Tank disappeared. For Floyd Mayweather said, Devin Haney, Devin Haney should fight Shakur Stevenson. Don't worry about Tank. It's like they don't want Tank to fight for the legacy or the belts, but Tank he got a belt though. He got a regular belt. So I don't understand that. They say the belts don't matter, but Tank Davis got a regular belt. He got the world title belt. So maybe they don't care about the belts Devin Haney got, or they not, eager to get it because Devin Haney got it. It's kind of weird to me. But a guy like Ryan Garcia, he hasn't put in any work in the sport of boxing, Fred. Come on.
I would say, because that makes it very arbitrary. I would say Devin Haney has put in more work than Ryan Garcia, because that makes it irrefutable. Because he has put in work. He's undefeated. He's knocked out a lot more people. But Devin has done more. Devin has been a greater ambassador for the sport of boxing. Devin has 4 belts. And historically, that from a historic perspective, Devin will go down as a great lightweight, and no one will ever be able to take that away from him. And I think Devin should stand on that. I would say fuck those guys. I'm focused on George Kambosos. Fuck it, because the tables are gonna turn. Just stay consistent. And when the question comes up, you can disrespect them, do what you want, but don't chase them. They hoes, they bitches, they won't fight me. Tank Davis is in the circus. Floyd Mayweather controls him. Ryan Garcia is a model. He can't do nothing without Oscar saying yes. You gotta push their buttons. You gotta push them, make them feel less than a man. But Devin is the more accomplished. Devin, if I ever have a conversation with my son and he loves boxing, I'm gonna say I knew Devin Haney. He was the undefeated, undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and that will be a fact. You know, I won't mention Tank's name. You know, in the lightweight division. You know, I won't mention Ryan Garcia's name. So everyone's in the chat when they have conversations, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, they were good." You know, Aaron Pryor was good, but people believe who was better, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Aaron Pryor may have beat him if they would have fought. You know, cocaine is one hell of a drug on both sides. But the point I want to make is, they're gonna garner the belts. They're gonna garner the defenses, and Sugar Ray Leonard has that over Aaron Pryor. So, and that's the same thing people are gonna say about Devin. You know, 10 Talk podcast, man. Yeah, man. Hey, we're doing 10 Talk podcast, and August 7th are doing the backpack giveaway together. So next year I want to do it in more than 2 cities. So be on the lookout for that, and please subscribe to their platform. But yeah, so I think historically Devin will be more revered than Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia if boxing was to stop today.
Absolutely, because Devin Haney, he wants to be the best, you know, and Tank, he fought for belts. Definitely. He knocked out Jose Pedraza. That's how he became a star, because nobody knew Tank at that point. But once he knocked out Pedraza, he earned it. So he had to fight for it. Ryan Garcia hasn't even done that yet. You know, he hasn't even done what Tank did. Tank did more than Ryan.
I think they're in the same boat. I really think.
But Tank did more though. He knocked out Jose Pedraza. That's what made him a star. Ryan Garcia became a star before he put any work in.
But Luke Campbell was as good as Pedraza.
Come on, man. Luke Campbell had 4 losses already, bro. Jose Pedraza was an undefeated world champion. Okay. Tank Davis was the youngest champion in boxing, bro.
Yeah, I respect that. Okay, we'll go with that. You're right. We'll go with that one. I'm just saying this. Before, remember, Ryan Garcia did an interview with Stephen A. Smith. He was like, belts don't mean nothing when he had the WBC green belt. And he
had the intern belt. He didn't have the real belt, though.
I know that. And he said belts don't mean nothing.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit for saying that. He's a disgrace to boxing.
No, but the point I'm making is he was saying this prior to Devin getting the belt. So, I mean, at least he's been.
Oh, yeah, but you know why he said that, right? Because he had the WBC interim title. He became the mandatory to fight Devin Haney, you know, and they was asking him about fighting Devin Haney because he was the mandatory. He just beat Luke Campbell in a WBC title eliminator, and Devin Haney was there at that fight. Right. And then they asked him, what, you going to fight Devin Haney for the belt? He said, oh, he don't need a belt. He already the king. So this kid is come on, man. This kid is full of shit, Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis has put in way more work than Ryan Garcia. Right. Tank Davis, he fought it. He fought for it. He fought for what he got. You know, and of course, Floyd started to, you know, kind of spoil Tank after Tank beat Pedraza, but Tank still did what he had to do. Tank still knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. He jumped up 2 weight classes from 130 to 140 and knocked out Mario Barrios, who was an undefeated WBA world champion.
I think Fortuna is comparable to any opponent Tank Davis has fought.
I can't come on, Fred. Fortuna, when Ryan beat him, Ryan fought him at 140. Fortuna, he fought one time at 140 against Adrian Granados. Fortuna was coming off a loss against Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz just beat him. Fortuna already got beat by Robert Easter. Fortuna was knocked out by Jason Sosa. Fortuna wasn't shit, really, man. He was a dirty fighter. He was a rugged fighter.
He's a dirty fighter.
Come on, man. Come on, Fortuna. Fortuna's not better than Pedraza, bro. Pedraza just went 12 rounds with Jose Ramirez and was giving him good work. And Lomachenko fought Pedraza, and Loma couldn't stop Pedraza. He couldn't stop him, but Tank did it.
I don't care how the journeymen see, but they're all journeymen. So I think Pedraza.
They're not journeymen.
They're both former champions. But
Leo Santa Cruz is not a journeyman. He was a 4-division world champion.
Man, he was a 126er, man.
But Tank came up from 126.
It's a difference, though, man.
Tank a little guy. You act like Tank a big nigga.
Yeah, but Tank went from 126 to 140, so he has a greater range. You know,
got power though. He just
that's what I'm saying. Leo Santa Cruz was
Yeah,
tailor.
but Ryan Garcia, come on, man. Javier Fortuna just got beat by JoJo Diaz, and Devin Haney beat the brakes off of JoJo Diaz, man. Come on now, Fred. But Javier Fortuna wasn't all of that. He quit against Adrian Granados and faked the injury. We know about this guy.
He fell right in front of me. Yeah. I'm
Fortuna ain't all of that. He ain't better than the guys that Tank beat.
You only can name one opponent. You only can name one opponent.
I said Leo Santa Cruz, a 4-division champion. Okay, he a 4-division champion. Leo, he was on the pound for pound list. He was on the pound for pound, bro.
I'm talking about at 135, man.
At 135, Tank only had 3 fights at 135. Yeah, and Ryan didn't even fight Fortuna at 135. He fought him at 140.
He only has Pedraza. He has like a Triple G resume.
Who?
I take that back because this would be his 3rd fight against Canelo. So I can't say Triple G. But Tank Davis is he doesn't need to be protected.
Okay, he wasn't protected at first. He became protected later, but he wasn't protected when they put him in that fight with Pedraza. And Tank Davis was a nobody.
But what I'm saying is, after Pedraza, there's nobody comparable to Pedraza.
Okay, so we could talk about Pitbull, Isaac Cruz, the Mexican monster.
Man.
The Pitbull, the Mexican monster.
Man, cut it out. He hasn't done
Ryan
anything.
Garcia trying to fight Pitbull right now.
He hasn't done anything.
But Pitt just knocked out Gamboa.
Man, see.
Man, he did.
Come on, man. We're not trying to turn dimes.
He did, bro. I mean, hey, Fred, Pitbull was ranked in the top 10 in every sanctioning body. It's the reason why Ryan Garcia trying to fight that man Pitbull, bro. If he was nothing, why Ryan trying to fight him?
Yeah. This comment, we can't turn.
Yeah, but Fred, Tank Davis got a way better resume than Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis.
Show me.
I just told you he beat way more champions. He beat current champions with belts.
Don't mean nothing.
Ryan Garcia never been a champion, Fred. Come on, man. He just fought Tago. What you thought about Tago, though? And then you saying Luke Campbell was something Luke Campbell ain't shit.
I don't know who Tago is.
Okay, but Javier Fortuna ain't shit. JoJo Diaz just beat him.
Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell are good opponents.
Bro, Luke Campbell ain't shit, bro.
That's what you're going to say about every other.
He got beat by Linares, bro. Linares beat Luke Campbell. Yvonne Mendy beat Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell had 3 losses when Ryan Garcia fought him. He never was a champion, bro.
The same way I don't count Rigondeaux versus Loma. He's too little, man. He's too little.
I'm saying Ryan Garcia ain't never.
Can I explain my logic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. What I'm saying, thank you, Jesus. What I'm saying is, you can argue either side of the coin about opponents. Oh, Tank has Pedraza, Mario Barrios. Ryan Garcia had Luke Campbell and Fortuna. You can argue on both sides of the coin. Oh, they wasn't good enough. They ain't good enough. So the point I want to say is it doesn't matter. It's potato. It don't matter.
Yeah, yes, it does matter because Jose Pedraza was a world champion. Luke Campbell never been a champion in his whole fucking life. Okay, then you said Fortuna, when Ryan beat him, Fortuna was coming off a loss to motherfucking JoJo Diaz, and Fortuna was not a champion when Ryan beat him. And then you said Barrios, who was an undefeated champion at 140. You know what I'm saying? And Tank moved up 2 weight classes from 130 to 140 and knocked him out. And Keith Thurman just fought Barrios and couldn't even knock out Barrios. And Tank did it. Now, Fred, check this out. You got to take into consideration, like I said, Leo Santa Cruz, who's a future Hall of Famer, 4-division world champion. You know, so I think there's only 4-division champions in boxing right now. Adrian Broner, Nonito Donaire, and you got Leo Santa Cruz. You know, so Ryan ain't beat guys who accomplished with those type of accomplishments. Tank Davis beat more accomplished fighters, bro. And Ryan still ain't never been a champion. You know, so Tank Davis has done way more than Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is a capper. He's a liar. And Tank Davis will knock him the fuck out. He going to put him to sleep. Now, if Luke Campbell with pillow fists, right? The man, Luke Campbell, got feather fists. Dropped Ryan Garcia. I know Tank Davis going to put him to sleep. Tank Davis is a beast. Tank Davis is a monster. And Ryan Garcia, he ain't shit, Fred. He ain't shit. He a one-trick pony. All he got is that left hand. And Tank Davis can box. So, yeah, man. Hey, listen. Fred, I'm going to tell you like this. Man, hey, this the best platform on YouTube. You know, I love the barbershop, man. Hey, Fred, thanks for taking me in, bro. I appreciate it, man. And, hey, man, keep riding, keep cooking all day, every day, man. Can't stop, won't stop. You feel me? Can't stop, won't stop, man. Thanks for having me, Fred.
I appreciate it. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, man. I'm gonna say potato. I think they're both put in to get beat. That's the point I want to make. What's up, Unique Don? Fortuna was put in to be competitive. He wasn't supposed to get knocked out in the 5th or 6th round. I don't think Oscar thought that. They thought Ryan would win, but they didn't think like that. When Ryan Garcia, I saw the highlight, but he knocked some guy out in the 1st round. The Filipino guy, he was supposed to be good, but he knocked him out in the 1st round. You know, I saw the highlights of that. The Luke Campbell, I saw the highlights of that. He got knocked down, got up and won the fight. That's great resiliency. You know, Tank Davis was dog tired against Gamboa, knocked him out in the 12th round. I was, you know, so it's potato for me. Everybody they have faced, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia has been put in the ring to lose. They haven't been put in with an opponent that says, oh, he's a live dog. Oh, he got a chance to win. It's a 55-45 fight. That's why Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford is that important. Tank Davis hasn't fought anybody where you question it. You know, and I'm a person who bets on fights. I've never batted an eye at a fucking opponent that Tank Davis has fought the past 3 or 4 fights. You know, I haven't. You know, and that's just it, man. And that's just how I feel. Yeah. So, and good point. Yeah. So he said neither has Devin. Interesting point. Let's see. Devin competitive. I thought JoJo Diaz would have given Devin more just because I've been in the gym with him and he was so dominant in my gym. I thought him being southpaw would have given Devin more problems, but his reach he ended up being too short. He ended up not having the reach. You get what I'm saying? So, and but I want to see these guys in 50-50 fights, and the 50-50 fights are against each other, you know? So, but Ryan Garcia is just being used and abused. Tank Davis is being used and abused. I mean, they basically hoes, man. You know, like, and I say it respectfully, not out of disrespect. It may come off as disrespectful. But they bottom bitches. You know what I mean? Tank and Ryan have no power. You know, and they got to sit and wait and say yes, sir, or no, sir. You know, they're not in control of their careers. Nobody at PBC is in control of their careers. Nobody at Golden Boy is in control of their careers. Nobody at Top Rank is in control of their careers. It sounds great in interviews, you know, but for real, these guys got to fight each other, and they should hold out. Shit, all athletes, you know. Tennis, I mean, I would say tennis. I would say maybe these independent, you know, I don't know how true it is. I don't follow others, and I don't follow those sports as much. Yeah, man, it's let me put this so y'all can, if you guys, oh, I'm sorry. Some of y'all probably been calling in, and my bad, y'all. Sorry about that. Go ahead and call in. I would say, yeah, the lines are open. Yeah, now they open. TB. I would say Devin is a more wanting to fight, but they're not fighting each other, man. let's just keep it a buck. They ain't fighting. They ain't fighting. What up, TB, man? What up, Mike?
Yo, what it do, Fred?
How you feel?
Man, I'm a little sick today, man, but I'll get through it, man.
What you got? You got what you got? Symptoms from getting your first pizza, your first piece of pizza cobbler in 4 years? What?
Nah.
All right, man. She gave the incurable, huh?
Yeah, that's curable, man.
What's up?
Okay, so you see what I just sent you on IG, man.
Yeah. When is that fight happening?
It's gonna be on the Fox card before the pay-per-view.
Good.
Yeah.
So Risa Aleem is fighting. Good.
Yeah. He gonna put on the show, man. Man, I can't wait for them. I can't wait to see him fight, man. He's one of my favorite fighters in boxing.
He is. He's exciting to watch. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and my last thing. This is gonna be a quick little thing. So what I was telling you about on IG with my tax return. So like, when should I be expecting to like see that?
Next 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
It comes fast.
Yeah. Okay. But it's like I had somebody put it down, but the account number that they put down is like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it. It's like I was trying to see if it's like a way I could change it, or there's no way I could.
Yeah, how did you that's easy to change. How did you file your taxes?
I had somebody do it online. Like I have my friend's aunt do it. So
did she get you?
No, bro. She didn't get me. Like she helped me through the whole process. Like
okay, so you just got to go in and put the new account number in.
But how would I do that?
She got to do it for you if you don't have it just goes in the form. That's all it does. She just types it in.
Okay, because I just had to do like the verification like the other day, and I just got that process. But it's like, so she would have to go on the website and do it.
You put in the routing number in the bank account. That's what you're talking about, right?
Right. The routing number. Bank
yeah.
account.
So you just got to go in there and change the routing number in the bank account number.
Okay.
And you'll be good as gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it ain't been dispersed yet.
No, it's not dispersed. It's still getting processed. I just checked.
Well, yeah. Just call her right now, and take care of that. Well, in the morning, first thing in the morning.
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
Yeah, first thing in the morning. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that.
All right, all the time. Yeah, just change that number. That shit is easy. That happens all the time.
Okay.
That happens a lot.
Oh yeah. Did you see the top rank card yesterday?
I didn't watch the main event because the co-main event just made me so bored. I didn't even watch the main event. Was it a good fight?
Yeah, it was a great fight.
It was. Dog Bay enjoyed. Was a good fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. I was just
Dog Bay, like he edged out like a split decision.
He got knocked down.
Nah, I don't think it was a knockdown.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I was watching that Flores guy, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit, man, because every time he get hit, it's like he's gonna lose his life.
I knew he was gonna lose that fight because he was underestimating him. I seen like Cabrera fight like he beat like multiple undefeated fighters out here in Chicago, like on the scene out here.
Oh,
the problem
he is
the rap on him is he just was inactive for like a couple years. That's why it's like so this is his third fight now. It's like I knew like when he was on, he gonna mop the floor of Flores like he did last night. Y'all need to keep your eye on him. He's somebody y'all need to be watch.
What they building him up? Him and Keyshawn. Well, no, he's beyond Keyshawn. So
yeah, he beyond Keyshawn right now.
So,
but as far as like the lightweights, like out there, like if y'all underestimate him, he gonna take one of y'all spots.
Well, he'll be a mandatory for Devin.
Yeah, that's how you gonna have to get a title shot.
Facts, big facts.
But I'm back in the chat, Fred. I appreciate the call.
All right, all the time, dog.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, hey, if anybody knows Gabe Flores, man, please send my regards, man. But he got 2 options: retire or get a new trainer. I think his dad has done great getting him that far, but now it's time to get some professional help, and it's time. It's time because every time he gets hit, it's like I feel like he can get put into a coma when he gets hit, man. And he's the kind of fighter that's good enough to compete, but can't win. So it's kind of like he's gonna have severe brain damage, So he's hard to watch from this point forth, man. And I don't want to see him. I have no desire to see him fight again with the same corner. You know, he should maybe go get Robert Garcia or somebody. I don't know, but he needs to add something to his team. I think his dad has done a fabulous job at getting him this far. Fabulous job. But now it's above your pay rate. So, with all due respect to the Flores family, like, get a trainer. And I didn't watch the main event because the Flores fight kind of tuned me out. I didn't want the scorecards was 99 to 88. You know, 99. Yeah, that shit is a fucking wash, man. But yeah, man, that church got robbed at gunpoint, man. Sheesh. Yo, that's crazy. I ain't never, man, in church. Man, these motherfuckers are bold, man. Motherfuckers getting robbed in church. Dog. Motherfuckers are bold, man. Man, it makes no sense. But so Oscar and Floyd are gonna go back and forth again this week. It won't be as aggressive, but they're gonna come out, and Floyd is using fight hype to substantiate himself back in the sport of boxing. And he probably has no fighters, but we're gonna find out real soon because what's up, Mr. Johnson? I was thinking, what's up, Corey Lee? I was thinking, well, the insurance play is gonna be there. You know what I mean? Yeah, he definitely gonna get paid. The pastor ain't got to worry about it. What? But what's scary is now people gonna be scared to go to that church. Imagine having a security guard in front of a church. Where they do that at? They do that at South. See what I said? I just mentioned you 15 minutes ago. I'll come upstairs in like 30 minutes, dog. And but where was I? Oh yeah, I think that that actually scared the daylights out of me. Phew. Lincoln scared me, man. My heart kind of like that. The parishioners are gonna be scared to go to church next Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not cool, man. It's not cool that a 78-year-old woman got to be nervous to go to church next Sunday. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling in my grandma. I don't like that shit. I'm at gunpoint. Sheesh. I don't like that shit. That kind of bothers me a little bit, man, that our grandparents can't go to church, man. And I'm speaking in broad terms, but I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. That makes me feel uncomfortable. You know, I don't like that shit. Oh man. So I can't imagine what that 70-year-old first lady felt like today. I don't like that feeling. I don't like to have that thought, excuse me. It's not cool. So but yeah, on the brighter side, August 7th, we got the backpack and haircut. Speaking of Lincoln, August 7th from 11 to 2 p.m. in Los Angeles, man. You get the flyers in my community page. I will begin to keep on reposting that. And should be exciting, man. We got 10 Talk Podcast in Virginia. The address is in my community section. Go ahead and subscribe to them. It's gonna be exciting, man. This is gonna be a hell of a year of giving back, man. And I'm gonna start recording me giving back because I think it's important. Because we have all these conversations about helping our communities, what's pro-black, what's not. I don't give a fuck. You know what I thought today? I was at Carney's coincidentally. You guys know where Carney's is in Hollywood? Any guys from LA? I went to the Lil Russell concert, but I was a little bit early because it's first come, first serve. He has this thing where you pay what you want to get in. And so I went to Carney's, and I had this thought literally as I was getting out of my car. Literally, I said it's better to be pro God than pro black. I had that thought, and then when I walk in the store, the restaurant, the owner's father went to Whittier College, and I was like, that was pretty dope. He graduated like in 55, you know. So I didn't ask if he was still alive or not, but his dad, Carney's, has been around for 45 years, and it's pretty dope. So, oh, you been to Carney's? Yeah. Oh, the Russell, yeah, he's dope. He's dope live, man. I had a great time there, man, and I wish him nothing but success. And I actually saw him the same place I saw Toby in Gigway at the Roxy. Yeah, his music is very woke. And do we want to say woke? But it puts us in the right frame of mind, man. And he's independent, man. So I encourage y'all to stream. If you guys are in the Bay Area, like Mex and Kyle, make sure y'all go support that man. He's it was kids there. It was kids there. Some grandma and mom brought their grandkids and daughters, I guess, and son. So that was pretty dope. I don't, you know, I don't know if it's dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on my last name. You know what I mean? And but yeah, that's what it is, man. And but KB, you in here, man? KB, beam in, man. If you hear, beam in, because I want to talk about that before the hell we get out of here. But we are getting played. The only fight to make is Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. And if that fight don't get made, that means there's no money in boxing. Nobody's getting $1 million anymore. They on $1 million hiatus. If they don't make Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, we in trouble. Boxing's in trouble. If that fight don't get made, we'll never see a big fight again. I'm telling y'all. Y'all got to understand the ramifications of Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford not happening. That means no promoter has the ability to pay these fighters what the fight is worth, you know. And then what's up, KB?
What up, Fred?
Hey, I appreciate you sending me that video, but I thought you probably can better set the table for me.
Man, to be honest with you, like I had just seen the video, and I was like, and I was thinking, I was like, man, you know what, Fred would actually love to actually talk about this video. Like, so I had sent it to you, like, but I never heard of that one dude before though. But apparently he does a lot of good stuff, or as far as like black people and just like whatever, right, kids and stuff like that. But I think that he got his whole Elijah Muhammad stuff mixed up and stuff. So I mean, who knows though, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But so the video is, come on, give me a kiss, Kenny. So the video is, let me kiss my dog. All right. I love you. Give me a kiss. Yeah, love you. All right. So close the door. I'll be upstairs in like 30 minutes. Close the door, Kennedy. So Adam 22, right? Yeah. Adam 22 interviewed
Tariq Nasheed.
Interviewed Tariq Nasheed, and Tariq Nasheed said that
Elijah Muhammad is better than Malcolm X or something like that.
Is better than Malcolm X because that was his teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in my head, for real, in my head, I was thinking that makes no sense, because if you have sex with 14 and 15-year-old girls, how can you be a greater man? If you are a father and don't raise your kids, how are you a greater man?
Yeah.
And Lincoln, close the door. And I think that appreciate you. And I think that we got to put things in full context. Not everything is wrong. So I can't live my life and be 100% wrong or be 100% right, right? And some things he may have done may have helped people, may have helped a lot of people, may have helped thousands of people. Point received. But when you talk about the whole person, when his son does an interview and said, I never had a father figure until I met Louis Farrakhan, that means Elijah Muhammad was not a father to his kids. When his son gets on and says, I had to keep my dad a secret.
Damn.
I have all of this. I have all these. So you guys have heard it. That means Elijah Muhammad wasn't the man that he said he was. And I think everything needs to be in full disclosure. And here's the thoughts that I have. And I want everybody to understand what I am saying. Please understand what I'm saying when I say this. When you allow another man to run your household, that man will let you down. And
Big fact.
And that's what happened to Malcolm X. I thought by my readings and by Miss Betty Shabazz's tenor in the way she talks, that's what she was trying to convey to Malcolm X, like in so many words, and like, you are the leader, you are my husband. There's no need for us to go outside of this household for any type of strength, any type of leadership. You are who you are because of you. And I genuinely believe that that's what she was pushing towards, in the state and how she was talking to him. But Malcolm was he was loyal. How do you say loyal to a fault? He was loyal to a fault. And one of the biggest mistakes he made was believing that Elijah Muhammad changed him.
Right. See,
yes, go ahead.
See, I think that a lot of people just don't really know. Like, know what I mean? Because I got I have an actual or whatever uncle, right? And he is like NOI'd out. Like, he is, man, I remember he used to like talk to me all day about don't eat this, don't eat no pork chop sandwich, and all this other stuff. Like, and I had actually came at him. This was maybe about like 3 months ago. Like, and I was like telling him about all the stuff that or whatever that you've been talking about. Man, this dude cussed me out up and down. Like, man, get the fuck out of my face. So like, I mean, bro, he was going at me hard, and I was like, damn, like, I'm still family, bro. Like,
he's put that man before his last name, and that's the problem. You can't put no man before you in your house. I'm talking to all y'all. Do not. There's no man that comes before me in this house. I don't come here and say, hey, oh man, KB is the greatest man I ever met in the world, man. He's so fucking amazing. He's dead. No.
And the crazy thing is that this, right? I never seen him actually ever act like that. Like, I've never seen this man. Like, I've heard him like curse before, but the way how like he was turning red, bro. Like, I was like, damn, like he really take this Elijah Muhammad dude seriously. Like, but to be honest with you though, I didn't even know about all this stuff until you had started talking about it. So I had saw the movie, I saw the Nine Wives movie, then I started doing my own little like research and stuff. And come to find out, man, like a lot of that stuff really is true.
Yeah.
Like, but I had no idea at all.
Terrible person, man. He was a terrible person, man. Some people can write great books, some people can do great deeds,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're judging the whole person, you know, and
Yeah.
the reason why we can judge him because he came out as a religious leader. He said he was God in the flesh, you know, and if
How is that even possible? Like, I can't even believe that people actually
no,
like believe that shit. Like there's no way. Like, how could there be another God
mhm.
like on planet Earth? Like, there's no way that God can have a like successor or like a. I think I'm saying that right. Like, there's no way like possible. Like, man,
Uh,
but I don't know, man.
yeah, he's God in the flesh. I know he's God in the flesh and died of bronchitis. It makes no sense, man. Like
Yeah.
it the alibis ain't lining up, man. And I, you know what I found was really really weird too was that he actually Tariq Nasheed actually did an interview with Adam 22. I thought that was weird too because Adam 22 has been, I mean, he's disrespected so many black people.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
and I don't follow him. So I don't subscribe. I've only seen one Adam 22 interview
Hmm.
at full length. That was a Dame Dash interview. I've never seen nothing else. I've only seen it in clips or people talking about it. But I remember when Dame Dash called him a culture vulture, and then I was like, is he? And
Yeah.
then I went back and I did my research, and this motherfucker said he said so many things about black women and black men, and like
Yeah.
that.
I think he said something about how black women are stupid or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it was a while back though. Like, but I do remember him saying something, and
yeah,
nobody or nobody checks him on it. Nobody does. Like
yeah.
nobody ever said anything. Well, as far as I have seen, like, but I don't really watch him like that either.
Mhm. I mean, really, he's. I mean, if you want to compare him, like he's worse than Vlad TV because you know what he does? He picks the worst,
Mhm.
like the game bangers, and uh
Yeah.
he allows them to be game bangers on his show. And I've only seen him when he goes viral, like he went viral with Crip Mac and all that. So
Mhm.
I've seen those clips. But I mean, he's worse than DJ Vlad
Yeah.
because he's promoting the worst of us, you know. So I don't know why black people go on his show. I'll be honest
Yeah.
with
Oh, okay. So, well, okay. So I will say this though. Tariq Nasheed during the interview, he did actually everybody tell him pretty much to stop putting out like ratchet stuff as far as it comes to black people.
you.
Like he had said,
I only watched
yeah,
that you said yeah.
yeah. He was talking about pretty much that you need to find a balance, like kind of like telling him pretty much how he needs to run his own business or whatever. But I mean, Adam 22, like he had took it well, like he didn't, just be like, well, I got this or none of that. But I mean, Tariq, he kind of did call him out like a little bit, but I mean,
Yeah,
who
but
knows, man?
like bring them on your platform so you can control the conversation. Like 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 but when you go on their platform, you can't control really. Like you don't really have control of the conversation, man. And I think that maybe he should have brought Tariq Nasheed should have brought him on his platform, you know.
Yeah,
But the things he said about Adam 22, he's tweeted about black women and using the N-word. I just think it's just deplorable. I would never go on his platform, you
yeah,
know, and he would never want to come on my platform. So we'll never cross paths. But
yeah.
uh
But then again, that black folks are so forgiving, man.
mhm,
We will
yeah,
forgive a white person quick. I mean, I'm
facts,
trying to tell you, well,
facts,
look
facts.
at Joe Biden. Shit, look at Joe Biden.
Look at Joe
Yeah,
Biden. Look
yeah,
at Joe
these
Biden.
niggas have voted for Joe Biden. Man, niggas crying and shit, bitches
Right.
twerking. You got the one nigga on CNN breaking out in tears and shit,
Yeah, well, Van Houston.
looking all
Yeah.
man. I was like, man, what the fuck?
And didn't that dude give him like 40-50 million or something like that? How much money he give him?
Oh, you talking about damn,
Elon Musk?
nah, it wasn't Elon Musk. It was the Amazon dude.
Oh, the
Fuck,
Amazon dude. Yeah, they
I
all the
can't
same.
remember his name though. Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
Hey, they all out of my league.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
But
Yeah, but they gave him like 50 million, I think it was, and told him, you know what, do whatever you want to do with it. And you know what, we haven't seen that nigga since. So
as you
like,
He said you can do whatever you want with it.
Yep.
Man, give me $50 million. Shit. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
for real. I'm taking it.
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but yeah. Those are my thoughts on it, man. I don't understand why he would be on that. I don't understand why he would be on that platform for what he stands for.
Yeah. It was actually a really good interview though.
All right, I'll watch it. I haven't watched it.
You know, he called a whole lot of people coons and all kind of stuff like that. He was talking about Umar Johnson. Damn, what's the Boyce Watkins? Man, he was calling a lot of people out. And but it was kind of weird though, just to see him on there.
Yeah, what did he call? He called Boyce Watkins a coon?
Yeah, I think that it was Boyce Watkins. Yo, listen, he was calling everybody coons on there. I mean, just like all kinds of people, bro. Like he was like, "What this nigga is a coon. This nigga a coon." He was just calling everybody out. Shoot, I had thought or whatever. He was about to say your name, Fred. Thought he was that nigga Fred from Barbershop.
I am hey, being a coon is a compliment to me, man, because I'm not following y'all motherfuckers off this cliff, man. I'm not doing it.
For real.
I'm proud to be a coon. Proud.
Yeah. Yo, what I don't like is that it seems like anytime that you hold black people accountable, you are automatically a coon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't get that, but my question is this, right? How do we hold ourselves accountable without calling out the bad behavior first? Like, is there any way around that?
Oh, damn, your phone died, dog.
You can't say nothing.
Like
to where you can't say nothing,
Yeah. I'll tell you what happened to me today. I'm at the Russell concert, and I see someone on my left who blocked me on Instagram. And I'm like, I got to go tell this man he was right, I was wrong. So I went up to Marcellus Wiley, and I said, Marcellus, man, I said, I apologize, man. You were right about Colin Kaepernick, dog. And we had a 10-minute conversation, dog. I was like, man, I was killing you on the internet, dog, but you were right. He says, I knew because I had inside information. I know it wasn't I know it wasn't the most popular thing to do, but he basically said, we got to stop playing victim, man. We have the ability to rig the system. He says, when we go into their system, we know it's rigged.
Yeah.
And he said, you see that man on stage? He pointed to the Russell. He was getting his jacket. He was coat checking or something. And so I bumped into him. I walked to him because I was like, I can't let this man. I gotta tell him I'm sorry. I apologize. I was wrong about Colin Kaepernick. And so he said, you see that man on the stage? He's rigging the system because the Russell was very independent, Yeah. And I said, man, you were right. I was wrong, dog. And I said, I was using my platform and I was disagreeing with you. And I said, I even apologized to Jason Whitlock, man. I said, I apologize to Jason Whitlock because they were right about Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. Tariq Nasheed, he had called Jason Whitlock a coon too.
He's not. Jason Whitlock is not
Jason Whitlock, he's just very, very like conservative. And what I have seen lately is that if you have any kind of conservative views on anything, that you will be labeled a coon. Yeah, which is crazy.
And you know what he doesn't have? He doesn't desire to be cool.
Yeah.
If Jason Whitlock desired to be cool and spoke in a cooler language, then it would, what's up, Boxell? He would be all right. Jason Whitlock, I'm telling you, is not a coon. I know people gonna say, Fred, you're a coon time. No, he ain't. He ain't, because I listen to his show every now and again because I can watch his show during the day because it doesn't have cursing in it. And I can cut it on in the living room because the kids are home for summer break. He comes on at 4 o'clock my time. So I realize I listen to him. I'm like, nah. Any man who puts God first and is willing to say this is not in agreement with God. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas something. Bloods, Crips, pimps, robbers in the church, those are coons. Do y'all understand that shit?
No.
A man that's using his platform to have a conversation, I mean, he can't be more of a coon than a man that's a Crip or a Blood.
Well, How so though? Like, I mean,
Like a man that's literally putting fear in your grandmother, a man that's literally putting fear in a 10-year-old kid walking home from school. That's coon shit. He's not physically imposing himself on you. Everything he says is opinionated. It's not like
it's okay, yeah. I got you.
it's not like he's physically bearing down on you, you know, and we got to start having broader conversations about black people in this fake ass culture. And this and I'm gonna talk about this a lot until November. This culture shit was created. This shit was a lab experiment, and guess what? It done exploded. Social media, twerking is culture, rapping is culture.
Yeah. Yo, I was watching an episode of Jason Whitlock, and he had said damn, what did he say? He said that black culture has turned into overseasoned food and twerking and gangbanging. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, man, we gotta stop glorifying that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, I've never glorified gang culture, but I've been passive about it with people that I knew that were gang members. Like, you know, like you know, you turn a blind eye to it. Hey, what's up, dude? You keep on going. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't fuck with none of that shit. Like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You know what I mean? And
like I don't even have none of that shit around me. Like all my little like cousins and shit. I'm like, man, listen, look, stop doing them little like handshakes and all the little stupid ass shit. Like I don't want to see it. Like I don't even want to. Nah.
Yeah, it's mad corny, dog.
Yeah.
It's mad corny, and I think that we have to do this together. Oh yeah, niggas are a science project. I can tell. You know how I knew we were a science project? Now, I mean, I knew before, but confirmation was the Black Panther trailer. I says, look at this shit. No woman, no cry.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers think that this is gonna be the blackest experience they ever had, probably Thanksgiving weekend. I said, they got us. It probably got 1 million retweets and reposts, and I said, holy shit.
Yeah.
They got us. So they got Bob Marley, they got Ryan Coogler, they got majority black cast, white ownership. And not that I care. I don't care, but I'm just making the point. I'm not sitting here gonna fight pro-blackness and that, but I'm saying if you are of that cloth, you're being fooled and bamboozled. That man died worth $2.2 million. And they made 1.3 billion. And they said they showed a mural of him in the trailer, and all the black women were like, oh my God, I got so emotional.
Oh, you talking about the Chadwick guy?
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman. Thank you. And so everybody's all emotional. See how they play us? It's a lab experiment. It's an experience. It's a science experiment. And we are literally lab rats. And we're gonna pay all this money. They're gonna make $1 billion worldwide.
Oh yeah.
And
they get in the bag.
Yeah. and we not getting nothing from it.
All we get is entertainment.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got to get Judge Joe Brown on. If you want to help pay for it, that'd be great too. I don't know how much he charges for an interview though, but yeah. Yes.
Fred, would you interview Tariq, the Tariq dude?
If he would come on, I don't think he would come on my platform though.
He probably would, just so he can come on here and cuss you out.
Oh yeah,
he probably would.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know his political stance. I haven't listened to him since the Nipsey Hussle interview he did, so I know of him, and he used to come on my radio show out here in LA when he was a pimp. He was a pimp, so yeah. He used to come on. He used to teach men how to get girls on Big Boy in the morning, and
I didn't even know that.
I used to listen to Big Boy all the time, you know, and so he's elevated himself, and now he wants to help people. You know, he's killed someone too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You got to send me something on that. I didn't know Tariq Nasheed killed anybody.
Hopefully it was justified or self-defense or something.
Yeah, he's not in jail.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, it just is what it is. It was just weird to see him on that platform.
Yeah.
You know, it was just weird to see him. That didn't add up to me, because how I haven't seen an interview of him. Like, you know how you sit down and you watch a full interview?
Right.
Since Nipsey. And I wouldn't think that he would be on Adam 22, because he's been blatantly disrespectful. Like, God damn.
Yeah,
like,
he did say in the interview though that he don't fuck with Vlad at all. He said that him and Vlad, that they ain't on good terms, because I guess Vlad had invited him to some kind of like interview, and that one dude, Tommy Sotomayor, was there, and they was supposed to be like beefing or something like that, and then Vlad had told him to come too, and then it just turned into like a big mess. So yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and defend either one of them. I would interview them on my platform so I can control the narrative. So that's why y'all got to keep posting, please sharing, so we can keep growing and growing and growing. And but it just seemed odd. Just when you sent it to me, I was like, why is he on the platform? You get what I'm saying? Like, that didn't make sense to me. But he did collect $1 million, so I'm very interested to see what he does with the $1 million for the museum.
Yeah,
supposed to do a museum here in Los Angeles. So
yeah,
I don't know what he's gonna do with that. So we got to sit back and see. So
yeah, he had a lot of good or whatever points though.
I'm gonna watch
watch it, yo. Like, it was really, really good. He doesn't like Candace Owens. He don't like. I still don't see why everybody hates Candace Owens so much. She's
pro man. She's pro man. Like, how can a man dislike her when she's telling you, you are the head of the household, you are my leader?
Yeah, I have been searching and trying to find something. Champion Heart, he used to always tell me about her, how she wasn't this and that. And, you know, I've been looking, man, and I can't find nothing. Everything that I'm seeing turned out to be good. Like,
yeah, I mean, she may be good, she may be bad, but I'm just saying, if your introduction to black people is I love Trump, you got you get what I'm saying? You got a hard, it's gonna be hard to tell them to see you in any other way.
Yeah, dude, because I remember back whenever the little like presidential candidate run thing was going on, I was in the chat and I was screaming out Trump this and Trump that. Man, them niggas was killing me in the chat, bro. They was like, man, get this coon ass nigga out of here.
I'm probably gonna vote for myself, but if you ask me if I had someone to vote for, I would definitely vote for Trump over.
Oh yeah, and he got my vote. Yeah, Trump got my vote last time and this upcoming election if he decides to run. Hopefully,
he's running.
Yeah,
he's running. I mean, if you look at America at where we're at now, I mean, he would have got Brittany Griner home.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The same week he would have got her home. He got A$AP Rocky home. Come on,
LeAngelo Ball brought him home too.
Yeah.
And look at what black folks did to him. We called him racist.
Yeah, but even if he
is, I mean, shit, whatever. He was still helping. Even
if he is, Joe Biden is best friends with a KKK member. He preached at his funeral. He eulogized the leader, Stroman. What's his name? It's been a minute, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He eulogized him at his funeral. So I mean, it is what it is, man. So you can't make sense to these people, man. He was gonna give Ice Cube $500 billion for black people.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm gonna say. Exactly. And you give us $500 billion, we'll figure out the rest.
Exactly. But then turn around, look at what black folks had did to Ice Cube.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
After Joe Biden had told the man no, no, I will not meet with you. And Donald Trump said, yeah, come on in. And now all of a sudden, Ice Cube done turned into a coon.
And
It just makes no sense. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the fact that we're listening to women and understand where I'm coming from, like the Vivica Fox.
Women mad at you, Fred.
No, not women like like every woman, but the fact that women like Vivica Fox, who's literally destroyed her own face to be famous.
Yeah,
she's mutilated herself to be famous. She don't love herself enough to think that she's beautiful enough. You understand what I'm saying? And she's leading the charge against Ice Cube, and man,
yeah, that makes no sense. Like, it was Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray, and yeah, man, nobody should be listening to anything that 60-year-old fuck buddy has to say.
She's an ugly woman now. Like, and I don't mean just physically. Like, she's literally an ugly woman. Like an ugly woman. Like her energy. It's like, I don't even want to be around you. No, go give it to somebody else, man. Go give it to somebody else. No, I don't want it. You know.
Yeah, I don't know about that though, Fred. I'll still smash, but that's just me though. Like, yeah, I'm a wild boy though, you know.
Yeah, but yesterday's newspaper. I mean, you could use yesterday's newspaper for book covers and like to clean your windshields. You know what I mean? But it's, you know what I mean. I don't turn my dimes into nickels.
I feel you. Yeah, but Fred, I gotta go, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you for reminding me about that, though.
Oh yeah, that's all good. Yeah, good night, bro.
I thought it was an important part to have, man. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll be back at 7:30, y'all. I totally appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. And yeah, man, it was a great show. So literally just enjoy the conversation between Oscar and Floyd if you choose to, but it has no value. The fight ain't happening. There's no money to put on the fight. Earl and Terrence can't happen. So how the hell can Tank and Ryan happen? Floyd not putting up money. If Floyd would put up money, then he wouldn't have lost his entire stable outside of Tank. You know, if Oscar would put up the money, Oscar cut over 60 fighters in the last 2.5 years. Over 60. And I know a good portion of them too, just by being in LA. Yeah. So put that into perspective, man. But I appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. It was an awesome show, man. Back tomorrow, 7:30, man. Anybody else want to call in, beam in? Nobody? Okay, good. Peace, y'all. Hey, that's like when you say, hey, what do you want for dinner? And you already have in mind. Yeah, man. Born to lose, built to last. Appreciate you, Messenger, man. Thank you guys, Jerry, the Messenger. We'll be back at 7:30 tomorrow, man. Hey, church on the move, man. Yeah, we definitely got to get Judge Joe Brown. He's funny as a motherfucker. Yeah, I was watching him during COVID a lot. You know, I watched him and Kwame Brown's interview. Mr. Johnson, appreciate you, big homie. The Messenger, thank you. If you disagree, please call in and beam in. You know, Boxeo. It just, you got to yell and say that name. You can't say Boxeo. You got to say Boxeo. Hey, Mr. John, 100 million? Damn. 100 million? You know, like 10 Talk Podcast, man. Go subscribe. 10 Talk Podcast, man. Hey, Tariq Nasheed has done some good things, man. So that's, I don't follow him, but how people respond to him on this show, you know. So I'm not real critical of him, but I do want to know what he's gonna do with that $1 million. And this $2,650 that I'm holding on to, we getting rid of that shit this year. So we're gonna do our award show and be done. You know what I mean? Yeah, that Brooklyn pastor got robbed for $400K. Ridiculous, dog. That bothers me, man. That bothers me. $400,000. Yeah, man. Sheesh. Rob that man, dog, and his parishioners. church and school is supposed to be the safest places in America, man, and your home, right? Shit's insane, man. It's my personal statement. Running game like I'm ASIC. Determined to be the greatest, yeah. Bobbing and weaving and changing up like the season. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals, yeah. Give back, give love, give insight away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going wrestle and fight this final round. Hey, I really enjoyed Coach Cunningham's podcast, man. They had a segment on Mike Tyson. He said Mike Tyson had 9 personalities. Oh, man. How do you say 9? Tripolar, quadpolar, hexapolar? What is it? I don't even know what 9 is. I don't even know if we have that, man. Love y'all, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. 7:30. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.